I love living in Duluth, Georgia, but it's not all rainbows and unicorns. Like any place, it's got its highs and its lows. Today we discuss the pros and cons of Duluth, Georgia, and make sure that you stay tuned for all the cons, as I may just save you some money and some time if you heed my warning. Let's do it. Hey everyone, welcome back, and for those that are new to my channel, welcome for the first time. I'm Jonathan McCoy with Keller Williams Realty, Chattahoochee North, and I love talking about living, working, playing, and breathing all things Atlanta, Georgia, and the metro Atlanta area. And of course today we are talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly of living in Duluth, Georgia. Let's face it, I've talked a lot before about living in Duluth, Georgia, and why I love it so much. And today, I'm going to add on to that. But it's really good to talk about the not so good things about Duluth, Georgia as well. I want to make sure you get a full picture of what it is like to live here. I always like to start on a happier note, so let's start with the pros. Duluth, Georgia has an awesome downtown area, as I have shown in my previous videos, like this one here where I walked through downtown Duluth, Georgia and gave a tour. It is a great place to hang out. Whether you're enjoying time on the green for the farmers market, food truck Fridays, one of the many festivals or fairs, or maybe just getting something to eat or drink at one of the many restaurants and bars that Duluth has to offer, Duluth, Georgia just has a fun vibe. A con of Duluth, Georgia though, is that you do have some great parks, but there's no greenway in Duluth. The closest greenways are in Swanee for the Swanee Greenway and Big Creek Greenway that's in Alpharetta. For those not familiar with what a greenway is, it's a long stretch of paths that are great for walking, running, and biking. I think specifically for biking, it's great to have a greenway for those that don't like to ride on the road. This is definitely a missing piece in Duluth, Georgia. I would love to have a longer biking trail to ride on than those that you can find at the county and city parks that are nearby. Another con of Duluth, Georgia is it's becoming a lot more unaffordable to live around the downtown area and even in other parts of Duluth. While there still are some neighborhoods near downtown Duluth which you can still get into for reasonable prices, which is definitely a pro, the prices aren't nearly what they used to be. The secret of Duluth, Georgia is getting out, and demand for these houses have pushed prices even further up. So, while it is still more affordable than some of the other metro Atlanta cities, it has lost some of its affordability. Back to a pro, there are a lot of dining options both in Duluth, Georgia and in the surrounding areas of Duluth. For those looking for barbecue, whether American style or Korean barbecue, Mexican food, Tex-Mex, fusion, Chinese, Vietnamese, a good burger place, pizza, breakfast options, Duluth has you covered. For those foodies out there, it is a great location for you because not only do you have everything that Duluth has to offer, but you can easily go over to Peachtree Corners, Norcross, Johns Creek, or Alpharetta for even more options. Going back to a drawback of Duluth, they really need to speed up the process for improving the Gwinnett Mall area, and specifically Gwinnett Mall itself. Now, this mall has been closed for a while, with the only life really being shown in a few stores that are privately owned and still open that you can access. And there is the Netflix original Stranger Things that has been shot at Gwinnett Mall for 2 seasons now. I love Stranger Things, but that's a discussion that will have to wait for another video. I have heard for years now different plans for what is going to happen to the mall, and those plans seem to always fall by the wayside. The latest development was that the Urban Redevelopment Agency of Gwinnett County bought the mall, but plans for that and what they're going to do with it have not been released. And of course, now that the local government owns it, you know things are going to go quickly. By the time they actually get around to doing something to improve this area, I will look probably something like this. Pro of living in Duluth, you can easily jump on I-85 from Pleasant Hill. I-85 runs north to the North Georgia mountains and south to downtown Atlanta. You can also hop onto Peachtree Industrial Boulevard and go south and hit I-285. With that said, both Pleasant Hill and Peachtree Industrial Boulevard can get really busy. So note, another con for this area is the traffic. Now, traffic is bad all around Atlanta, and Duluth is no exception. A pro of Duluth, Georgia is it has some good schools and great diversity. While the schools don't rank at the very top when you look at test scores compared to other schools, they certainly hold their own and are not at the bottom. Again, they are good schools, and I certainly would be happy to send my beautiful kids to Duluth schools when that time comes. Another pro is the diversity in the area. Duluth is one of the most diverse areas in Metro Atlanta, and Duluth High School boasts one of the most diverse student populations in all of Atlanta. Con of Duluth? If you live near the downtown area, you're going to have to get used to the train noise. Yes, there is a train track that comes right through downtown Duluth, and it is active. I've never researched or counted, but I'd say there's probably around 5 to 7 trains that come through on a daily basis. And those trains are loud. If you don't like train noise, you won't want to live near the downtown area. My last pro of the day is the community feel that you get when living in or near downtown Duluth. When you come to the downtown area, you get that feel of community. Lots of people walking around, enjoying a picnic, selling goods at festivals. There are lots of kids and people playing games. In a number of neighborhoods, there are neighborhoods that get together and do some great block parties. You just get a really great sense of community when living here. My last con is one that you will want to hear and remember. Duluth police love their speed traps. They love to sit at the bottom of a number of roads that come downhill and just wait for you to come flying by. Here are some of just a few places that the Duluth police like to sit and give tickets to speeders. Now, don't get mad at me. I know the police are just doing their job and trying to keep people from speeding. I just want to give you fair warning to monitor your speed for those that aren't familiar with the area, and a reminder for those that are familiar. It is easy to not pay attention, especially when going downhill, and all of a sudden you're going 50 and 55 in a 45 or even a 35 mile per hour zone. So watch your speed. If you found this video helpful, then hit the like button. I get contacted consistently from people just like you wanting to move to Duluth and other parts of Atlanta and the metro Atlanta area. If you are thinking about buying or selling a home and you have questions, then give me a call, send me a text, or an email. I'd be happy to help you out with any of your real estate needs that you may have. If you have any questions about certain areas, please feel free to ask. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. I post videos just like this one about living, working, playing, and breathing all things Atlanta and the metro Atlanta area every Thursday. Thanks, and I will see you next time.